Hi, this is Kevin from the Magic Our Way podcast, and you're listening to the BS Podcast Network.
You're listening to the Magic Our Way podcast with Kevin, Danny, Eli, and Lee. And I hope you're liking it as much as I am. I'm just rolling on the ground with laughter. Oh, this is so much fun. Are you enjoying it like I am? That's good. That's good. Anyway, here's looking at you. Here's treats. Don't punch that button. I'm not through talking.
Jumbo, everyone.
Harambe.
And welcome to another edition of
The Magic Our Way.
Magic Our Way.
Magic Our Way.
Magic Our Way.
The Magic Our Way podcast.
They are truly magical and whatnot.
Asante Sana, everyone. You were listening to the Magic Our Way podcast from New Orleans, Louisiana, in the United States of America. We are artistic buffs talking about Disney stuff, and this is a show in which every opinion is welcome. MagicOurWay.com is where you can find us. Today, we present a Q show where we discuss some of the latest Disney news stories. My name is Kevin.
And I'm dating.
And on this show, we follow the Disney concept of edutainment, where we focus on your entertainment, and along the way, you just might learn a thing or two.
Hey.
And joining us is our resident comic genius from ivorycomics.com, Mr. Eli Ivory. How you doing, sir?
Doing great. How you guys doing tonight?
We're doing great. How you doing tonight?
Doing real good.
You're doing real good.
Real good.
You ate. You full.
I am so
He is
full.
content. He has a food belly. Food baby.
I'm full of true stories and answers and questions and looking forward
Whitewashing and blackwashing.
all the washing.
All the washing.
I need to be washed when I get back home. Ooh wee.
What?
I don't know, I just got
Should
caught
we
up.
stop recording now for
I got
whatever
caught
you
up
did?
in the wave of wash.
I'm concerned with all the food you ate. We got to wash
No,
when you
it's
get
okay.
home.
I mean, you know.
I'm glad you're sitting over there.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
so. Well, I mean, I don't know what you did. Why you got to wash?
I don't know. I just got up in
Did something
blackwashing
leave
and
you?
whitewashing. No, nothing's left
Okay.
me yet. You'll know if something left me.
Yeah, I'm sure I would.
Yeah.
All right. It's like a warm comforter.
Pleasure
I don't
to be
I quite
here.
understand how that works.
How you
But,
doing?
I'm doing good, man. And one voice you're not going to hear on today's show is Lee Lastavica, our resident travel agent for Magical Moments Vacations, because as a travel agent, he's actually on vacation while we're recording this. He's over there in Universal, and I think tonight while we're recording this is Friday, the 21st, he should be transitioning his way to Disney, into Walt Disney World. How about that?
All right.
Nice.
Good for him, man.
Yeah. And so if you've been following us in the group, he's been going live. You know, he went live when he went in the Velociraptor. You know, Velocicoaster, sorry.
Blasco, he did that?
Yeah, he went on the Velocicoaster, so we did that. Not in the Velociraptor like I initially said. That would have been bad. It's like a Tauntaun, but different. Can't slice it and go in there and expect to be good things to happen.
Yeah, no.
No, he went on the coaster down at Universal, which is the newest coaster to open up down there, so that's pretty awesome. He got to do a bunch of different stuff.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so he'll join us next week where he'll give us his trip report.
All the details.
All the
yes.
details of
good
his
stuff.
Universal / Disney trip that he's experiencing, and just make sure you check out some of the live stuff that we can live vicariously through Lee.
Because who doesn't want to do that?
There you go. With no hassle, Vika.
No hassle Vika.
No hassle, Vika.
No hassle Vika. Look, guys, a couple of things, man. Make sure you check us out on YouTube. There you can catch a lot of live video footage from us recording. Maybe like this, if you're seeing this, who knows. But stay subscribed. You can see a lot of different stuff. Some things you may hear on the podcast, some things you may not. So that should be a lot of fun. And also go to our Amazon store, which we lovingly call Mouse Gears. It's at amazon.com/shop/magic our way.
That's right. They ain't using it.
Nope, they use
There
it.
it
So
is.
make sure they got rid of it, if I remember correctly. So if they're not going to use Mouse Gears, we're taking it over. We're taking Mouse Gears. We do remember that shop. That used to be the Centaurium back in the day, too. Great stuff. But look, there we have all our recommendations. You can see all the Disney books, all the different just Disney paraphernalia, cooking utensils, and whatnot, whatever you want to cookbooks, too. You can find on that shop. So make sure you go visit that, please. Again, that is amazon.com/shop/magic our way. And Mohegans, ladies and gentlemen, we have a great show for you lined up today, man. As I mentioned at the top of the show, we are presenting a Q show. And the Q is where we talk about news stories as if we're standing in a queue. Because what else are you going to do in a queue if you're going through the switchbacks? Maybe talk about some of the things. Just talk about stuff. And in this case, we're talking about news stories. So what we're covering on today's show, we got a whitewashed ancient one. We have some Avengers Campus food. And we have, I believe, a pay-for-play thing with the Spider-Man ride on Avengers Campus.
Yes,
right?
we do, yes.
Craziness.
Yes.
Man. I don't know what's going on.
A lot going on.
Lot
Two
going
Avengers
on.
Campus stories.
2 Avengers Campi?
Campi? Yes.
Campi.
Actually, like
Campi.
it's a Marvel
Campuses.
trifecta here. Isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah. It's,
Oh, that's true.
It's
It is.
Marvel centric.
Which is on purpose because Lee knows next to nothing about Marvel.
It worked out
And
well.
this is perfect, yes.
Right.
And so, guys, enough about jibber jabber, man. Let's go discuss some Marvel news magic.
Be our guest. Be our guest. Put our service to the test. Tie your napkin.
And here we are on guest services, and this is a segment in which we get to service you, the listener. And we got an email recently from a longtime fan. His name is Raymond, and last name initial C. You know, we're doing that to protect the innocent.
Protect the
Although if you're
innocent.
listening to this show, I don't know how innocent you can be.
No, it's more like protecting them from their employer in case their employer happens to listen to that and know that reprobate listen.
Yeah, what's wrong with this guy?
Yeah.
But
What's
then
wrong with him?
you'd have something to talk to about with your boss.
This is true.
Yeah.
He could. Maybe the boss is a listener of the show.
That's what you're hoping.
That. Anyway, so he writes this email. It says, "Hey, Kevin, Danny, Eli, and Lee. Just wanted to give a quick trip report from the wonderful Grand Californian and Disneyland.
Oh, you lucky
Must be a California resident. Yeah.
man.
Everybody's
I know.
out there.
Good for you, sir.
And I'm thankful that we have the Mohican Nation out there watching our back and sending us his trip reports and telling us how awesome it is.
Rubbing our nose in it.
Yeah.
We'll get back out there. Don't worry.
We will.
We'll get there for
As soon
sure.
as they'll have us.
Anyway, he continues to say, needless to say, it was amazing. Starting with COVID, Disney reduced the amount of hassle as much as possible. Guests were in good spirits and followed all the guidelines. Other than a few extra steps like lines to get into the shops, the trip was mostly normal. But I will be happy to see the COVID restrictions lifted as soon as possible. The hotel by far was the biggest enjoyment of our trip. That is a great hotel.
Yes.
I like the Grand California.
Beautiful.
That's nice. And he continues to say, due to the reduced visitors, the pool area wasn't overcrowded. So midday at the parks, when our feet began to bark, we hopped back to the hotel for a rest in the jacuzzi. Always a magical time at Disneyland. Thanks, guys, for the magic you bring to use with the show. Sincerely, Raymond C.
Oh, man. That's
That's
very
awesome.
Nice, Raymond.
Dude,
Very nice.
there's only one other way that I like to unwind, and that's with a massage. But you can only do that once during a trip. I mean, you'll go broke.
And
But
then you'll
yeah.
be like so limber you can't walk.
Right. But the jacuzzi, that's a nice...
That's a good way to do it.
It is.
I like it.
Wow.
I enjoy
Although
good
usually
jacuzzi.
those jacuzzis are pretty packed. I'm surprised that they're...
It's like human soup.
Yes.
Human soup.
I'm surprised they're open during COVID.
Yeah, yeah.
It's hot enough, huh? Maybe let's kill it.
No, but somebody's breathing. What you gonna do? Dunk them under the hot water? They'd be like, all right, good, you're cleansed now. I mean,
Yeah,
That's
it's like
true.
a baptism.
yeah, but I mean, if it's like a lot of people, I mean, even before COVID, I wouldn't have been too fond of like say 8 people being in the same,
Yeah,
hot
like a
tub.
people gumbo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If 7 women would have asked him to get into a hot tub with them, there's no way he would have taken
Yeah, he
them
would
up
have
on
jumped
that.
right out there.
I did it.
No.
We've been like, let's go up to the room. Now we're talking. This soup stuff ain't working. Huh?
Liquid,
Let's get the what kind of man? That's like a real party. with
Liquid.
it. Yeah,
liquid gold.
I got to go outside now. That thought hit me.
Oh, did it really?
Yeah, that's
got
a
all hot and
great
bothered.
image. Yes,
That's beautiful.
that's Happy Friday.
We
That's
bring
a
it back to the
jacuzzi.
family.
No,
style
I think that's
entertainment
good.
here.
I think that's good.
I think that's
I'm glad he
awesome.
had a fun time.
Yes.
And we appreciate bringing the magic so he could be inspired to go get the magic.
And if Raymond, if you're able to get over to Avengers Campus, whatever one of y'all on the West Coast is able to get there, because Lord knows we can't, let us know if y'all want to come on the show. We can talk about it, because I'd love to have a first-hand perspective.
Absolutely,
Of
yes.
Avengers Campus.
Because we're about to talk about some of that stuff today on this show. So let us know what you think. Especially the food. I love talking about food. So I'm curious to know about it. And I don't want to say any more because we're going to cover it when we get to the food portion of this thing.
But be about it. Get down there. Let us know.
Yeah, let us know,
Keep
man.
it flowing.
So Raymond, look, man, thank you for still listening to the show and whatnot and writing in. We'd love to hear from you. So make sure you contact us at any time and enjoy your trip, man, or enjoy whatever next trip you have for us, because we can't at the moment. Very sad. Very
Bummer.
sad.
That's really sad.
Here we are on the queue, and this is the segment in which we get to discuss all the news and happenings in the world of Disney today. So first up, we got Eli's got some news about the Ancient Ones, sir. What do you got?
Yeah, so check this out.
You got news on your mama?
Oh, yeah. My mama saying hello. She doing fine.
Good.
Thank you, Stas.
Yeah, she getting that lotion, knocking the wrinkles out.
Oil overlay.
She got those compression socks.
Yeah,
right?
you get the compression
Good.
socks like that what Brett Favre have, make it less ancient.
Beautiful.
That's it.
All right, so what we got? What we got?
So Men's Health magazine recently had an article where Kevin Feige, the main Marvel dude who has produced many of the MCU movies that we all know and love, he had made one called Doctor Strange, right, which was directed by Scott Derrickson, and they had a character there named the Ancient One. Now, for those who haven't seen the movie or maybe not read the comic, I mean, we all know who Doctor Strange is, right? Mm-hmm. But he was trained by this bald Asian man in the comics. It's kind of like
a Miyagi.
Yeah, thank you. Miyagi, a mentor, kind of like the old school kung fu, kung fu guy on the on the mountain and stuff with the long mustache and everything. Well, the the executive producer and the director felt that they wanted more diversity in the Doctor Strange movie, which they had in 2016. We're not talking about the next one coming out. So they casted Tilda Swinton. Yeah, Swim Fan. As the Ancient One. So that's the bald lady that you saw in the movie, or if you watched in game, the one that knocked the Hulk soul like right out of his body. So they went and said that they wanted to they felt like they made a slight boo-boo because they didn't want to stereotype the Ancient One as, just the typical, old knowledgeable Asian. They wanted to add some diversity, so they felt that they would have her play the part. In which case you could say that would be like whitewashing, meaning having this character that could be Asian be made into a Caucasian. So yes, so Fahey said in this magazine, and it's kind of weird how it works because in this Men's Health magazine they're talking about the main actor who's going to play Shang-Chi, because that's the next big.
Later this year.
Yeah, later this year. It looks pretty cool to actually have the Mandarin in it. I'm more pumped about that than Shang-Chi, to be honest with you. So they wanted to kind of apologize and just say, hey, look, we wanted to add more diversity to this movie, but now looking back at it, maybe that wasn't necessarily the right way to go as opposed to stereotyping an Asian character. So
they're apologizing for this.
Yes.
I'm still waiting for my apology for the Mandarin.
You and me both. I'm glad you read my mind because, yes. So do you think that in this case, is this the case that Fahey should apologize?
No.
For?
The Mandarin. Totally.
Yeah, he needs to start there.
Yes.
Yes. And so
you could pull all that. Yeah, it wasn't the real Mandarin, and we're going to bring the real Mandarin in at some point in time. But spoilers, Tony Stark is dead. Iron Man's gone. You're never going to get that Mandarin Iron Man fight that you were hoping that you were going to get in Iron Man 3. It's ruined.
You know how I feel about it. I'm glad you said it because I could have talked an easy hour and a half about how much I hate Iron Man 3 because of that incident. And yes, Ben Kingsley is a nice actor. I'm sure he's very good in other parts. Just, it doesn't work for this one. I agree. I don't think Kevin Feige needs to apologize for his casting of the Ancient One in this movie. But what say you, Kevin?
I don't think he needs to apologize. Well, what is the Ancient One in the comic books?
Ancient One is an Asian male. And he just sits on. It's like in Tibet, though. So what they tried to spin here is they said that the Ancient One comes in all monikers, and in this particular case, it's Celtic. That's how they explain the Ancient One being the.
Do the Ancient Ones change? Like when one dies, another one takes over?
In the comics, I've never seen that. They've always been Asian. They've never been. I've never seen one where 1 minute it's an Asian man, the next time it's Florida Evans. You know what I'm saying? I've never seen that occur,
But there are multiple ancient ones.
We don't know if they're all
Asian ancient ones.
Yes, that's what they're going with. What they're saying, this one is different culture. But in the comics, though, I mean, let's face it. MCU has really just said, hey, we like a comic idea, but we're just going to take whatever we want and just do whatever we want with it. Now, the thing that's funny, though, is that there's still Mordo, who is who was Doctor Strange's like sidekick, but then turned out to be a villain.
Yeah.
In the comics, he's Asian, but in the movie, he's a brother.
He's a brother.
He's black.
Well, doesn't that cancel it out then?
I'm just saying, I know yin and yang is one thing, but yes, you're worried about whitewashing, but there's some blackwashing still going on.
Wow.
Can we say that?
Blackwashing?
You could say it more than I could.
I know, that's why I said it. I wanted
Good.
to. I wasn't sure you could. I just don't know if that's a real term, but.
Wow. I need to see the equation as to which can't. So, yeah, I would have to think that Tilda Swinton, I mean, at least say what you will. I mean, she's an Academy Award winning actress.
Yes.
She was willing to shave her head for the part. I mean, she did a fantastic job. And she did it all to play what, like a B-level character? Not even really B, like Doctor Strange is B.
Yeah.
C, D, maybe even D-level character.
That's somebody you never really hear of.
Right. I mean,
The Ancient One, you don't really hear of?
No, that's not. No.
Okay.
did you know Ancient One before the... I knew Doctor Strange. I'd seen him in the comics. I don't recall this Ancient One character. Now, having said that, I know Doctor Strange from Infinity War and a couple other books. Like, I never really bought his book solo.
Right. Okay.
But the Ancient One has always been Mongolian kind of
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, look, my views on this, like when it comes to like race swapping and gender swapping in the comic books, as long as it's a character that is not like a main character, not an iconic character that you know on sight, you know exactly who that is, even if you're a casual fan who never picked up a book, you know who that is. You can play around with anybody. You want to change Jimmy Olsen or Perry White or the Ancient One or I don't know, name him Mordo. You want to change Mordo? Change him, anybody. Like, what? I mean, you're not talking about an established iconic character, like even with the Green Lanterns, like I wasn't a fan, like, they kept shoving Jon Stewart into the Justice League so they could say like, look, diversity. We got a brother. Meanwhile, they're picking the most boring Green Lantern character. I mean,
he's pretty stoic.
There's not a whole lot of personality. Guy Gardner, Cal Rayner, Hal Jordan were all more interesting than Jon Stewart. But I'm kind of losing myself there. That's what I think. Like, I think it's, if you've got a character that isn't a fairly well-established character that most people don't really know is a supplemental side character, what does it matter? No one cared that they flipped. Okay. Nick Fury for Samuel L. Jackson. Nick Fury's a white guy. They changed him to Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah, but with that in the comics, he was kind of drawn that way too.
Well, in the ultimate version of the comics, he was drawn that way.
So yeah, it was kind of like
he's drawn like Samuel Jackson.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah. So that's kind of, it's still surreal.
In one storyline, and it was like kind of an offshoot storyline where the Hulk actually eats people.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Oh wow,
the Hulk I think ate Freddie Prinze Jr.
Yeah, he ate soldiers. Like the Mark Millar was the writer for that. I actually met him once, and I told him to his face, like, that was awesome. I've never seen the Hulk eat people. I thank you. That was great. He was like, oh, I'm glad you liked it.
I can tell you what, in like the Avengers Earth Mightiest Heroes cartoon series, Nick Fury was a brother. Was like a Samuel Jackson looking type guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when I saw the movies come out, I'm like, I wonder if they based it on the cartoon more so than the comic book, which I thought was interesting.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think, again, there was one version, there was one offshoot of the comics that it wasn't even the real Avengers, it was like the Ultimate Avengers.
It was the Ultimate storyline.
Okay, there you go.
Okay,
because it's like the normal one was like there was a 616, and yeah, we'll get deep, but yeah, they made that offshoot split, and that's how you had Miles Morales.
Okay.
Even Mary Jane. Like when they recast Mary Jane in New Spider-Man.
Oh, the Homecoming ones and all
yes,
that?
Like,
yeah, okay.
I'm like looking for this redheaded type girl, and then they went and cast a person of color, I guess is what you call it. I don't know.
But she was somebody famous. Not famous to me. But,
I was going to say, okay, she was like 16. I don't know what she did that made her all that famous prior to that, but I didn't know who she was until then. But God bless. I mean, she does a fantastic job in the role and stuff. My biggest thing was, where's the red hair?
Yeah.
It's like there's only one thing I know about Mary Jane that's iconic, and that's the red hair.
And you've hit the jackpot, Tiger.
Yes.
Well, you know what's interesting about that? I just learned about this recently. Is that Zendaya's character, is the actress that plays MJ in those new films, is not meant to be the MJ Mary Jane. What was explained, and I thought this was interesting. I read in an article that that MJ is supposed to be Michelle Jones, which is the character they made up for the MCU. So it says, but because I always wondered, I was talking with this with a friend. I was like, why is Zendaya's Mary Jane so different from like what I know in the comic books or what in the previous movies? Like, Mary Jane's like all, I don't want to say bubbly, but you know what I'm talking. She's a little more. She's not as like.
No, yeah, she's not. I won't say dark, but
right. It's like why is Zendaya's MJ totally different? And then when researching it, it's like, I happened to find the article I was looking at, and it says that she's not exactly Mary Jane. Zendaya's MJ, aka Michelle Jones, is sort of a half twist, half homage to the original character. I don't know where the half homage is. Apparently, it's purely a character created for the MCU. Interesting enough, I had no idea until maybe 3 years ago when I was watching the movie, and I'm like, why is she totally different than Kirsten Dunst MJ?
Interesting. Yeah. I had no idea that was the angle that they were going. I mean, obviously they're using MJ. It's meant to suggest, yeah. So I guess that's where the half homage is. Right.
But in fact, her name is actually supposed to be Michelle Jones.
But I mean, isn't that just as bad as what they're accusing them of doing with this character, where you're not? You got. I got to understand what their issue is with the whole idea of what they say whitewash. Why do they care? Is it because
you're talking about in this instance?
In this instance, they care because they're not being true to the source material. Because if that's the argument, then I'm sympathetic to that argument.
The way I get it from the article is they were worried that character, the Ancient One, is going to be seen as a stereotypical Asian. That's how they felt that it would be.
No, but I'm saying, why does he feel sorry that he did it? Why does he call what he did whitewashing a character? Is it because he felt like he should have been more...
He should have stuck with what they kind of... Yeah, well, I get it. Like what the character kind of would be, but...
So isn't that the same thing? So if you're supposed to be true to the... If you're supposed to stick to the source material and be true to what the character was meant to be, isn't that the same thing as changing up Mary Jane and calling her Michelle Jones? And
yeah.
Yes.
I mean, it's no different than them using Hank Pym should be contemporaries with Tony Stark and not his dad, which I'm not bitter about, but whatever.
Yeah, but see, you have a right to be bitter about that stuff. That's what I'm saying. Like same thing with the Mandarin thing. I mean, I'm mad about that. I am, and that's because again they're using the original material, but it's almost like what you want to use to change to fit whatever you think you need or you think the audience needs. It would save you if you just stuck with what you already had, because then you can say, yeah, the Ancient One is an Asian guy. It's not a stereotypical thing. We stuck to this material. MJ's a redhead, like the Mandarin, he is an Asian man who's a very powerful villain. And you don't have to trick people and then have to come back later and then like eat crow for it. I think in this instance, I don't think they need to apologize for who they cast here. I mean, like you said, she was a good part. I didn't really look at it like, oh, I'm out the movie now. I can't believe this woman knows how to do all this cool stuff. No, I
was cool with it. I thought it was fine. I had no problem with it.
Yeah, I wasn't tripping.
If I'm Tilda Swinton right now, I'm kind of pissed. Like, wait a minute. I show up on set, I do the job, I knock it out of the park, I shave my head so I could look like the character that you envisioned. I did my job, and now you're running around telling the news. I regret ever having cast her.
I know, that's pretty terrible, right?
Exactly, and then making it kind of sounding like a racial thing at the very least.
Yeah, because now you're talking about this Asian American movie that's coming out that you're promoting.
Well, and now it kind of puts the pressure on Tilda Swinton to apologize for having accepted the role.
Oh, man.
As opposed to just saying, oh, you know what, I should have turned that role down because that role was meant for an Asian
male or female
person.
Well, they could have cast an Asian woman for it if they really wanted diversity.
Okay, but then would that have been okay? Because now, again, you're leaving the source material aside, and now you're changing it from a man to a woman. Is that okay? So race swapping bad, gender swapping okay?
Oh boy. Well, I don't think. I think they should keep it as it is. But they've done that with the characters as well, where like because it was always like a Spider-Man, it was a Spider-Woman, that kind of stuff. I think if, like you said earlier, if it's an A-style character, that might be extremely different. I don't know how it works if, say, you have Black Panther played by Jackie Chan. I don't know how that worked. You know?
it wouldn't work. No
Yeah.
one- I've said it before. No one wants to watch Jaws and like, oh, here you go. Here's Jaws. And now, instead of a shark, a dolphin.
Yeah.
No one wants to see that movie.
Dolphin with a piece of like aluminum foil taped to the back. Yeah.
It's like hey, we're gonna make the Punisher, but he's not gonna have the skull shirt. You know, we're gonna give you Batman, but he's gonna have nipples on his suit. You know, those
And floppy ears.
Yeah, anything iconic matters in the representation of the character. You can't just race swap, gender swap, willy-nilly when it comes to iconic characters. That you kind of have to be faithful to the source material or make a new. Like you said, like Miles Morales is Spider-Man, but he's a different Spider-Man. He's not Peter Parker.
Right.
That kind of thing, where you make a new character out of him. You don't just say, "Hey, that's Bruce Wayne," but now Bruce Wayne's a black man. You know, you come up with another guy who took up the mantle of Batman. I think they do have a guy, and I struggle to remember his name.
What?
There was a black Batman at one point.
Batman?
Yeah, well, they just recently make one with Lucius Fox's kid, right?
Okay, maybe that's. I don't remember. I thought it was the one Stan Lee did.
Oh, God, yes. Okay, well, that's a completely different like origin story. Yes, you're right. You're right. That was like a guy that was not Bruce Wayne. He was somebody else.
But that's what I'm saying. It
Yes.
should not be Bruce Wayne.
Yes.
If people have an idea in their head, they see Bruce Wayne. That's who the character is meant to be. You want to make a Green Lantern, and he can be any person you want to. Cool, just give him a different name, and he's just a guy who gets the ring. But when you're dealing with iconic characters, it's hard to get around changing who those people, who they are, what they look like, and that. Just because you have an expectation when you see them on screen.
Basically you want to see your comic book come to life.
That's exactly it.
And that's very poignant.
Because if you're a fan of the comic, you've followed it for this person and you want them to take this material seriously. The minute you hear that they're casting somebody that doesn't look like it, or that they see a picture and the suit doesn't, they're already saying, okay, this person could care less about the book that I grew up loving. Why am I going to go pay money to see this?
Well, that's why that Fantastic Four one, like, I like Michael B. Jordan. I mean, of course, he's Killmonger in Black Panther, but they had him cast as the Human Torch in this one Fantastic Four movie. And I remember
that was a terrible movie.
Yeah, people lost their minds, and like there was a talk about this within that, and it was the main thing to say it's nothing against Tilda. She just picked up a role. It's the same thing with him, but it's still, you're like, hey, I'm sorry, man, you're not Johnny Storm. You can be like anybody else, but just in that mantle, my vision has been trained to know Johnny Storm is a blonde-haired, hot-headed guy.
But even then, I would accept that because, again, Johnny Storm isn't exactly... People don't hear Johnny Storm and they know, oh, that's the guy from the Fantastic Four. If you say Fantastic Four, people have a better idea what you're talking about, I think. I don't know. I think you get around Johnny Storm.
I mean, okay, but I don't think
I'm with you. I think you either have to apply the standard completely and say, okay, we're going to be true to source material, and we're not going to gender swap, race swap. We're not going to do any of that. We're going to be true to the material. Or once you start doing it, you can't apologize for doing it to one race and not another, and this is okay when we...
It's going to implode on itself.
It's okay to replace an Asian with a black man, but not with a white woman. I don't... Show me the equation, show me the rules. That way I have some sense of what's right or what's wrong, because otherwise what you're...
It's more like show me the money.
Yeah. We should have played the woke theme on this one because I think that's also like a development or a part of it. And look, my last thing to say is that MCU can make any hero just look great. I mean, like there's plenty of material to choose from with Marvel. There's plenty of stories to make. I mean, you can take any character from any race or any gender, and you can make a great movie. I mean, that's what they've done. And that's just what I think they should concentrate on doing, and just make the movie and walk away.
Yeah, tell good stories.
Yeah,
tell good. That's exactly right.
So would you guys be willing to pay $65 to get the top score at Disney's new Spider-Man ride over at Avengers Campus?
Do I win $70?
No. But you get bragging rights.
What?
Well, okay, who I get to brag on?
Whoever's in the car with you, whatever 8-year-old that you just crushed their dreams.
So wait, are you saying I could bribe somebody and make me the high score?
No, I'm saying you could buy something.
What I gotta buy?
Make you the highest score.
Okay. So what I got to buy?
All right. So here's the story, guys. When Avengers Campus opens, Disney will be selling web tech power bands for Web Slingers, a Spider-Man adventure that will unlock different superhero powers. While everyone who rides the attraction will be able to swing their webs for free, guests who purchase a WebTech Power Band will get a web up on the competition.
Oh.
See what I did there?
Yeah.
Web up. Face off.
Yeah.
Web up.
Web on.
See how they did that?
That's right.
Web
Yeah.
ones.
The base model WebTech Power Band will cost $35, really $34.99, but $35. And for that price, guests will be able to unlock the ability to shoot multiple webs at once. So instead of shooting one web, you shoot 3 webs.
I don't know. I got 3 kids. I'm good.
You gonna shoot one web in these kids' face?
Sure.
There you go. $65.
That's how I was
told
getting
you.
at, but that works too.
I was. Oh, well, I'm sorry. I thought that was what you.
I don't need any more webs. Shooting out.
You could always use more webs to shoot out.
No, I'm good.
You gonna get a vasectomy? I didn't even say that. What did it say?
Web.
It's like you have a list. A web to me?
I was already starting to laugh before I could get it out. All right, so
Yeah, that's what she was doing.
so that's what it would cost for the base model, $35.
Base model.
But for those who really want to crush the competition, you can upgrade by spending an additional $30, which will get you access to Iron Man's repulsor cannons or Spider-Man's electrodynamic webs.
I want a repulsor.
I want the unibeam.
Yeah.
The unibrow? What?
The unibrow.
Unibrow.
It shoots out of my eyes.
The Anthony Davis.
I want the unibeam.
Now, for boys, these upgraded power bands will be themed after Spider-Man and Iron Man. And for the girls, they'll be themed after Ghost Spider and Rescue. Don't ask me why Spider-Woman got no love on this one.
Oh,
but,
yeah. Ghost Spider.
Ghost
What
Spider.
if my daughter wants to be like Iron Man?
Well, she can be Rescue or she can be Iron Man, whatever she identifies as.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So the repulsors would be obviously Iron Man and Rescue, and the electrodynamic webs would be Spider-Man and Ghost Spider.
So the repulsor, would you get like the Iron Man glove kind of thing?
Well, not the whole glove. You kind of get like a band that straps to your arm with a little thing. It doesn't exactly look like the actual gauntlet that Iron Man wears.
Okay.
But I can see you're interested. But wait, don't act now.
There's more?
Yes. For those wondering why in the world would I spend $65 for something that I'll only be able to use in a 3-minute attraction, well, at home, your Spider-Man power bands will feature lights, sound, projections, and webs that eject and retract. And your Iron Man power bands will also light up and blast air while you practice your repulsor powers with training spheres.
Thwip.
Oh, wait, that's kind of cool. So in the summertime, you can shoot yourself in the face with some air. Mm-hmm. I kind of
If you're aiming that way.
For $65.
Yeah, you put a little Freon with it. Mm-hmm. That's not
And
bad.
you can hone your skills at home with discs.
So you got to shoot the spheres with your pulses, kind of.
I guess so. I mean, I don't know how the repulsors are going to work with the training spheres.
Okay.
Not sure how that happens, but
You got to use the force.
yes, possibly. So don't just think like I'm spending $65 and it's only for this 3-minute attraction or whatever. You get to take the magic home, and it bleeps and makes lights and makes projections.
I was worried at first until you came back with that towards the end, and I feel a little more like rest assured I will not be spending $65. Maybe it was the whole gauntlet. I think I would, just to say, wow, I got like the Iron Man gauntlet with the thing. But I'm imagining it's just like you say, it's just a plastic and just. I mean, yeah. I don't.
You're a no.
I'm a no. Well, if they reduce the price, if let's say that whole thing was $45, like 20 in the base model, but then you up it to 45, that's not bad. But that's over $70. I mean,
Probably cheap for Disney standards, though.
you think so?
Yeah, I mean, it's almost like French Quarter prices. It's like one beer is like $7.
Or it's like some kid with like some tap shoes on. Like, where'd I get this gauntlet?
That's
take
right.
a guess.
I don't know. I think this is still kind of pricey even for Disney prices, though.
Is it? Yeah.
I think so. I mean, you're Disney. You're the idea is that everybody comes here. You're in the most magical place on earth, unless you're richer than the person next to you, in which case you have a better time. Which is kind of the thing that they're going with. And here are them once again teaching that fundamental Disney lesson that those who have more money win.
Yeah. I mean, with like the Star Wars, you can get a droid and build a droid, can't you, for like $60-$70, something like that, right?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah,
Like an R2 unit.
And it kind of move and react to you and
Bleep,
stuff
bleep,
like that.
bleep, yeah.
And I mean, so for $5 less, you don't even get a full outfit, or there's nothing for you to build with this. I think that's just get the money you can, but yeah, I think that's kind of broke. Like, I guess
the thing is that it's reusable at home. Flip, all over the place.
Well,
yeah, but it doesn't have the same, effect.
It's like having a power glove with no Nintendo.
Yeah.
Right, that's true.
Yeah, it doesn't even shoot like a flashlight. You said it does like a projection, so now it's a Viewmaster that shows like one picture, and then like it shoots air. So I like the compressed air thought. I do like that.
I don't even think it's going to be that cool. I think it's just going to be like a sound effect.
I can't
Well,
even
you got to
wear
reload
it.
the compressed air? I mean, how's that
Yeah,
work?
there's no way it's real.
You got a little pump.
air.
It's like...
I got some. I get some from work. $65. I had that kid shoot ice beams and
It's
stuff.
$65.
Turn that kid upside down.
It says it blasts air. I think that's probably a sound effect. I'm gonna guess.
Oh no, that make it worth.
So now
less.
it's like now you're like $19.99.
Yeah, I like this. This is like Price is Right for this thing.
I don't know. We'll see. Maybe it does. I don't know. I don't know how you would do that without actual compressed air that you like a what do you call it, a tank that you would have to hook up to it that would actually shoot out the air.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like you get like the can, like the
yeah,
spray the
air,
dirt
right. But
yeah.
sooner or later you got to run out and you got to replace it, right?
Well, you just get another can of straw.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. So you think this worth it?
No.
No.
I mean, I wasn't excited to ride this attraction. I didn't think I could be any less excited to ride this attraction before I heard about this. And like, because I just thought before, I'm like, these people out of their damn mind. This is just all the stuff that you could do with Spider-Man, and you come up with this lame-ass ride to sell little spider bots to kids. Shoot, it's not about just selling spider bots. Now you're trying to sell them on little power bands for your arms.
All kind of stuff.
Man, there better be a magic band built into that.
Yeah.
Like, shoot.
I want a picture to come out of me shooting the web or something if I got to pay $65 for it.
Since when is selling T-shirts and plushies ain't enough?
That's a good question.
That's a great question.
Because I'm really scared where this is going. I mean, this is like opening Pandora's box. Like, what's next? Okay, here's like a little, pirate's compass. That if you go on the ride, it activates little things inside the ride that goes off. Or,
I guess like Toy Story Mania, they're going to do stuff like that too, right?
Sure. I mean, it's kind of scary what they could do with this technology because, I mean, this actually affects the in-ride experience. And yeah, if you got a kid and they want to get a competitive score, they're like, "Oh, mommy, this is my favorite ride. I want to win this one, or I want to at least."
You got to spend some money.
Yeah,
on
you're
it.
going to have to spend some money to go ahead and do it, and kids are going to want to do it. I mean,
it's getting expensive, man. It's unless I get a new job, it's like it might be pricing me out even. Stuff.
It absolutely is pricing them out. I mean, everything is an add-on now. Now even the rides are add-ons. That's scary that your ride experience is going to be better than mine because you spent $65. I mean, that should at least come with a fast pass to ride the ride whenever you want to.
I would say.
Because kids are going to want to do this. Kids are going to be like, but Mom, Spider-Man's my favorite. Why do I suck so bad at this?
You only got one shot.
That kid over there spent more money than you, little Jimmy.
That's right.
Yeah, but let's say you said, little Jimmy, you my son, I took you out on a vacation, you will not get a participation trophy, you will get the top. Well, what if your kid still can't aim with 3 shots? So now you've paid the money, but your kid isn't the top scorer. The other kid is still, you know what I'm saying? That paid the $65.
Right.
So,
and once that kid knows, hey, all I gotta do is buy this thing that unlocks all this really cool stuff. I mean, shoot, like if you were playing Metal Gear or Contra and you knew there was a better gun,
get the gun.
Then that was all you were focused on was getting the better gun. So then you shot bullets that went out all sprayed bullets.
Yeah, the spray gun.
Yes.
Yeah.
Contra and Metal Gear was an old video game back in the 80s, ladies and gentlemen. In case you're wondering what that is for anybody that doesn't remember. Awesome game.
You missed out.
You missed
Missing
out.
out.
That's right.
So one of the funniest things about this, though, to move the conversation along a little bit, is that Universal Studios weighed in on this new Spider-Man ride.
Did they?
Yes, they did. They couldn't help themselves because people were kind of likening the addition of the power bands and what it unlocked in the game itself to DLC. Now, who knows what DLC is?
DLC.
Eli, you know this.
Like what, downloadable content?
There you go, downloadable content in video games. So for those who are unfamiliar, if you bought a game, you can go online and actually pay extra and download even more content
Like
for the
different
game.
skins and all that kind of stuff. Okay.
Or like an add-on to the... I did do that for the Spider-Man game for PlayStation. I bought another add-on game after I finished it. So, okay, got you.
Oh, cool.
Right, but at least you can play that whenever you want to, whereas opposed to this power band that you can only play
When you're there.
When you're there.
Yeah.
And but for $65, that's more than the cost of a game and the downloadable content. But anyway, this led Universal Orlando Resort to tweet out anti-gravity cannons, exploding pumpkins, stunning NYC skyline, no DLC.
We got the better ride.
That's basically what they were saying. And damn it if they weren't right.
They are true.
They did good with that ride, for
Because
sure.
I think Disney pretty much do. We can't make a better dark ride than this. I mean, what they came up with is just about perfect. The best we can do is emulate that, but put the more current
Villains in it.
Technology and whatnot. Yeah.
Put like the real Electro. Put the Jamie Foxx Electro. Put the
Venom. You could put
Alfred
Carnage.
Molina.
Dr. Octopus.
There you go. Put those guys in there, but I mean, really, they had hit the. I mean, who as a Spider-Man fan wanted to do this? This BS shoot 'em up.
Oh, you talking about what's in Disney right now? Okay,
Nobody wanted to do this,
No.
so I think Disney was like, "Screw it, we can't compete. Let's just do this, Toy Story Mania style
toy bots and stuff. And
Yeah.
maybe they want to say, the next generation of children, they'll like this stuff because it's tech and not the full-blown action dive bombs and everything. Like, yeah, but you got all the material. Like, really? You could make a Spider-Man ride and then put other characters in it that wouldn't normally be in the Spider-Man universe if you really had to blow people's mind. Man, you know what? That's my challenge to myself, baby, is to come up with a better Spider-Man ride than that.
Be an imaginator,
Do it.
man.
Man.
Do it.
Like, I would understand if if this was Ant-Man, I'd be like, you know what? Go ahead. You did the best you could. Good job. Shoot 'em up Ant-Man ride. The Hawkeye ride. Good job, Disney. The great Hawkeye ride. Got to shoot the Hawk bots. Makes perfect sense. But Spider-Man? Jeez. And and some people were actually even saying that, Universal was kind of being hypocrites because they sell wands over in Universal Studios that interact, with things, and you're like, oh, well, how's this any different than having to buy a wand that makes things happen in your land? And a lot of smart people pointed out, because this has nothing to do with a ride, you're selling things that can be used in and around the land itself that just make it a little bit more interesting. It doesn't affect your ride experience.
That was equivalent to Disney's Sources of the Magic Kingdom or the Pirate League thing. There's no different than that. And even on the Disney cruise ships, the Muppet thing, the Great Muppet Detective or something like that.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but that's totally different.
Yeah, I'm really putting a damper on Avengers Campus for me. And it really is putting a damper, to be quite honest, on where I think Disney's going right now.
Yeah, it's kind of scary to think of what's going to be coming down the pipe if it turns out to be successful.
Sure. No, I mean, I should just make this all Disney. I'm sure Universal, they can make jokes as much as they want, but I mean, they're figuring out a way to monetize every aspect of it. It's just, it's a damn shame that just going there isn't enough. That just buying your food isn't enough. Paying for the park, it's not enough. We need more.
Right.
You're not spending enough at us.
Yeah, definitely not every family will have an equal experience.
No.
With those things, which almost makes me wonder about based upon the initial reason for getting that park. I don't know.
No, but then you piss your kid off. But you go on a vacation, you want to keep your kid happy. Kid can't get the $65 still more trip to it. Now that kid's trip is ruined. Then you, the parent, now you got to disown this child because of Spider-Man webs. It's terrible.
Well, it's
terrible.
like going to Hollywood Studios and being like, hey, Mom, Dad, the one thing I want to ride is Rise of the Resistance. Okay, good luck.
Yeah.
You're going to stand in line the whole trip, son.
We can pay $3,000, son. There's still no guarantee
You'll
that
get on that
we're going to get on that
attraction.
ride.
Yeah, you still going to take care of me when I'm 75, right, son? Yeah.
I'm sick of this. I mean, really, it sucks. Everybody's vacation going experience should be equal within the parks.
And not a money grab. Not
Yeah.
so hard pressed to be a money grab, I should say.
Yes.
Well, Danny, since you're talking about spending money, man, how about a $100 sandwich?
Ooh, can I do that?
You want to do that?
Yes.
You could do that also at Avengers Campus. How about that? Speaking about money grabs.
I'm imagining my plastic fork and knife is made of gold.
It should be.
Oh.
Or sterling silver, if not more gold, silver.
Darn.
Maybe it's titanium.
Gold-plated.
Gold-plated, silver. Is cubic zirconium?
Like, does Zoe Saldana feed the sandwich to you?
I wish.
I'm just saying, I would pay $100 for that.
That would be awesome. You would pay $100 for that?
For her to feed me the sandwich and look lovingly in my eyes?
Would she do like the airplane with you? Zzz, open your
Be
mouth.
like,
Through the mouth, through the gums.
here it comes.
Here it comes.
And I'd be like, I love you.
And she'd be like, I'm Zoe Saldana.
I I got 30 more tables. Hurry up.
I'd be like, wait. Just wipe my mouth with a napkin.
I got your fantasies of being in a nursing home.
Well, I know what you do with a $100 sandwich. I mean, unless this comes with it, that has to be some of the best ingredients in the world.
Well, if you think that's bad, you should hear the price of the Coke.
$1 million.
$1 million.
That's right, for a gallon.
How thirsty are you, boy?
Anyway, yeah, so they got a $100 sandwich at this place. We'll talk about a little bit more of that later. I'll build up to that, but know that that's there looming in the background. But recently, as of this Monday, they released the menu items that you can expect at Avengers Campus, because that is opening soon. So for those that are able to travel out there and check this out, these are some of the things that have been released. They're all over the place. You can see pictures of this, descriptions of this, and even prices of this stuff on the Disney website. But I figure we'll go through it, and I'll work my way up. There's 4 different eateries that you'll experience there. You got Terran Treats, you got the Shawarma Palace, you got the Pym Testing Lab, and of course the main attraction, which is the Pym Test Kitchen itself. So I'm going to start from the small stuff and work my way up to the big kitchen, the Pym Test Kitchen. And we have this place called Terran Treats. Okay, Terran Treats, and they got 2 little sweet things that you can get. One of which is, and dig this title, it's the Cosmic Cream Orb.
So just like, this is definitely a Guardians of the Galaxy kind of thing.
Yes, so Terrans and that kind of stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Wasn't there an orb in the movie?
Wasn't that the thing they were trying to get?
Yes.
Yes. Well,
at
there
some
was.
point,
I mean, which
Marvel
one?
expert? Any of them.
I guess the first
yes.
one. I think.
Because the orb had the gem in it in the first
Yes.
There you go. Okay. So that's what this is supposed to be based on.
Finally woke up. There you go.
So this thing, you got a purple cream center, and outside you have what looks like lava rocks. I don't know how they did it, but it looks like they kind of caramelized it. But it's an interesting looking thing. I don't know if y'all looking at the
Yeah,
picture.
it definitely does look like a rock with purple goo.
Yeah.
Yes.
Coming out. I don't know
Thanos
how.
colored goo, to be exact.
Exactly.
That
It
is-
kind of looks like dino poop.
What?
Could it be like dino poop? I don't know. Maybe Terran dino poop.
Pterodactyl poop.
It reminds me of dino poop.
I didn't know Terrans had dinos.
I mean, it looks like it looks like you pulled away from like a forest and then cut it in half and then realized you were lied to.
It reminds me of like lava. When it hits water, it's like chunky like that.
Yeah, the inside of it, it's got what's that like yogurt? I mean,
It's a cream puff. So it's purple cream puff.
it's a cream puff.
But the thing that's interesting is right next to it even is this what they call the sweet spiral ration, which is basically a green churro wrapped up. And if it would, the center would just point up a little bit. It looked like green poop.
So, man, they're doubling down the poop-looking attractions.
They do.
Yeah.
At the food cart here.
Well, I think they had that at Animal Kingdom too, didn't they? Didn't they do that where animal poop?
Oh my God, you're right. They did do that for a little bit.
Well, that's it right there. Terran Treats. That's where you can get some cosmic Guardians of the Galaxy level poop.
All right.
Poop looking things.
Do you like green poop or purple poop?
Do you like it? Do you like it, man?
Do you like to try it?
All right, so that's what you got at that little cart.
If I spend $20, can I get something that doesn't make my food look like poop?
Maybe you can spend $100 and get a big ass sandwich.
Oh, let's do
Yes, yes. Or you can go to the next cart, which almost looks like a little food truck, but you can go to the Shawarma Palace. You know, they decided to up their thing from New York and build a little branch out in California where you can get, well, of course, shawarma. Which, if you remember, that's what they're eating at the end of the first Avengers movie.
That was a very big thing, yes.
Very big thing. And in this, they're serving currently 2 things. You have New York's Tastiest, which is your regular chicken shawarma wrap, garlic spread, coconut yogurt, tahini sauce with pickled vegetables, and of course, they have, for the vegetarians, the Impossible Victory falafel.
The impossible victory.
Falafel.
And now, impossible, that has been kind of code word for vegetarian, right?
Yeah, because impossible meat, it's like, this tastes so real. It can't be meat. That's impossible.
Oh.
That whole kind of concept.
The Impossible Whopper.
Yes.
That kind of, yes.
I was about to say that's the coolest name for like a hero thing ever, but okay, got
Victory falafel.
Impossible falafel.
Impossible falafel.
That
Okay.
would have been a better name.
I liked it.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
that
could have
is
gone away
catchy.
with victory, I think.
Yes, yeah, just impossible falafel.
Because when you're eating that,
Falafel.
you have victory anyway.
Yeah.
So why be redundant?
If you could fool them.
Exactly.
Yes. So yeah, you can definitely get some shawarma at the Shawarma Palace. So that's all you get at that place. And now we go to the Pym Testing Lab.
Okay. So now this is the big place?
No, the Pym Test Kitchen. The testing lab is basically their bar. So you get a bunch of different juices
Oh,
and
so
whatnot.
this is cocktails.
Cocktails, yes. Cocktails, mocktails, all different kinds of stuff. First of all, this kind of reminds me of what's the bar in Galaxy's Edge?
Oga's?
Oga's, yeah. So it kind of reminds me of Oga's because they have like a little snack thing. In this case, they call it Snack Molecules, which has like mini pretzels, honey roasted peanuts, sweet and spicy pop sorghum, which is kind of like what they have at Galaxy's Edge, I think. Some kind of mixture, snack mix kind of deal. But then, of course, they have draft beer, hard seltzer, and wine. And then you have a particle fizz.
Particle fizz.
Yeah, it's a particle fizz. It's hard seltzer with cherry pearls.
So you have that, you will make particles from the fizz.
Either that or you shrink. I don't know. I'm assuming the cherry pearls, it's kind of supposed to be like pin particles swimming around.
I bet it's a pearl necklace. I'll write you.
It would be better than a pearl necklace.
Yeah, absolutely.
In this case, it's a hard seltzer with pearl necklace.
Does any of that sound appetizing to you so far?
No.
No,
I was going to say.
Well, how about the regulator?
Mount up.
Mount up, that's right. Or
What is
keeps
that?
your bowels in check.
Tequila Minute Maid lime juice.
Tequila, Minute Maid lime juice, mango habanero syrup, wheat ale, and mango popping pearls.
It's like bubble tea with spiked with tequila.
So far, these two drinks, yes, the regulator and particle fizz, I assume, are bubble tea like.
They must have a lot of boba balls left over from Avatar Land.
They must.
Right? Ugh.
Okay.
Yeah, well, if you want more popping pearls, they also have the Experiment.
Experiment.
Which is similar. It's tequila, Minute Maid lime juice, mango habanero syrups with mango popping pearls instead of the only thing I think that's different is there's no wheat ale.
That's an interesting mixture. I was good at tequila and Minute Maid lime juice. I was good there to give that a try.
Yeah, they're big on the Minute Maid lime juice.
I don't know. I've never really had. Well, I guess I could have had the frozen things.
Yeah, this ain't doing nothing.
No,
for
it's
me.
nothing so much.
I like the use of the experiment. Maybe it's foreshadowing the X-Men.
X-Men, yeah, I think that'd be great.
Excelsior.
Do they like mango popping pearls in their mouth?
Eli, you're the Marvel expert.
Maybe Gambit charging up molecules
Okay.
to turn them into explosive objects when he touched something. Maybe he would like this drink.
All right. Well, maybe how about some gin drinks? How about maybe we could look at that?
Okay.
Laid back.
You got Honey Buzz, which is basically gin, lemon juice, and honey syrup with a honey straw.
Rolling down the street.
Yep.
Drinking honey buzz.
Sipping on gin and lemon juice.
Laid back.
And Minute Maid lime juice.
Yeah.
With my mind on experiment.
Always Minute Maid.
And honey
Always
buzz on
Minute
my
Maid.
mind.
They must be a sponsor.
Yeah, Pim Testing Lab has a sponsor.
And if you know
Pim
what they
juice.
did with the Experiment versus the Regulator, they did the same thing with this drink called the Honey Fusion.
Hey, Kevin,
Yes.
since it is the Pim Tasting Lab, is it possible that it's not Minute Maid, but Minute Maid?
I think it is. I think you're right. I've been mistaking it.
Uh-huh.
It's the minute. It's like a little maid.
Minute Maid.
The little maid. She went from suck to blow.
Little.
It's interesting. But very little. You couldn't feel it. You can't
That's
feel
all
it.
she had right
It's like
there.
yeah, it's just like the little thwip things out of the gloves that Danny was talking about. Minute, yes. But yeah, look, they did the same thing. The Honey Fusion is basically the same thing as a Honey Buzz, but the only difference is that they add IPA to this drink.
How much are these drinks?
How much are these drinks?
Yes, how much are the drinks over at the...
I bet
Pim
their prices ain't
Tasting Lab?
small.
Because, yeah, I'm kind of curious to know what an alcoholic beverage might cost me over there at the Avengers
I
Campus.
bet you it's going to cost, I bet you the experiment at least costs like $14.95. Wow.
Probably at least. Yes.
At
I'm
least.
trying to look to see if they have prices posted. I don't see
That was
at the
scary.
moment.
You like 14.
But I mean, I could tell you some of the drinks that they had are ranging from like $8 to $12,
8 to 12?
up to 14. So it's probably around in that area.
14, huh? That's the magic number.
That is the
You
magic
didn't know I
number.
was Johnny Wishbone, did you?
I did not know he's Johnny Wishbone.
Your name is, Nuts.
What?
Yeah, so that's the Pym Testing Lab. And if
Okay.
you didn't want any of that, you could get something completely different. And this is what they have called the Molecular Meltdown.
Any of these
Oh,
drinks,
wow.
though, any of these drinks, like, appeal to you, Kevin? Like,
Well, this one might.
This
'Cause
one
I
might.
do like a good stout beer. And this says it's a marshmallow milk stout. And I like milk stouts. Marshmallow. I never had a
I
marshmallow
have
milk stout.
never had a milk stout, let alone a marshmallow milk stout.
Oh, I had plenty of milk stouts. So
I was
they're
gonna
quite
say,
good. But I never had a marshmallow milk stout.
Lay out for me. I know what a stout beer is. That's like a Guinness, right?
Milk and beer seem to go together like milk and orange juice.
Thank
Well,
you.
I think it's the consistency. It's not, they don't really use milk, I don't think. I could be wrong.
Okay.
They're not
I
pouring
don't-
milk in beer.
No, I don't think so. But I
Okay.
think it's the consistency of the way it's made because it's milk-like. It's a little bit creamier than your normal stout. So I like it. It's good. Never had a marshmallow milk stout, but I do like stouts. I lean towards that side of beers versus IPAs.
Okay.
I can't say
Okay,
I'm an
but
IPA
then
fan.
they're topping it with vanilla ice cream, so there's milk in my beer.
Well, now there's milk in the beer. Typically, as milk stout, probably wouldn't have it, but now they have milk in their beer,
Okay.
which is interesting.
No, that's
Talk about butterbeer.
I take a float.
Well, this is kind of like a beer float.
It's
I guess,
a beer
wouldn't it?
float, yes, without the roots.
So that is probably the only drink. I say that for last. That's probably the only drink that I'd be curious to try.
curious, but reading those ingredients together makes you say, "Ooh, that." Or you
Well,
just
I like a milk stout, and I like as I mentioned, and I like vanilla ice cream.
It sounds like something I would take 3 sips of and like, yeah, that's nice. It's too sweet and have to throw.
You're probably right. Or I feel like I'm gaining so much weight.
Yes.
just by drinking this one drink, I should have stuck with the gin juice.
Because like I'm worried that it would be sweet, but then you drink the beer, and then the beer has because like stout beer is like really
It's not bitter. It's not bitter like IPAs.
No, but it's like Guinness, right? Like it's a heavy, like it's a taste that stays like in your mouth, like you know what I'm saying, right? Like it's kind of like on the
It
tongue.
coats you like Pepto
Yeah, I mean that's what I think of when I drink Guinness.
They missed a huge opportunity here.
For a drink?
What?
Not only did they screw up on the Minute Maid thing, which should be Minute Maid, and
Minute Maid,
copyright
yes.
Magic Our Way. What about the Pym Cup?
Oh, that's a very New Orleans drink. Yeah.
That is a big time drink. It's at every single, at least in New Orleans, it's at every single restaurant to do a Pym cup. How cool would that be?
That would have been awesome, I think.
Dude,
They missed a big time.
this is why I should be working for Disney.
I don't. Yeah, I mean they could be able to pay you not charge you $65 for a toy and then $50 for a beer float.
Genius
Pym Cup.
over here, because like the Pym cups, it's like a real, like, what do you call those kind of cups, Kev? They're also like Moscow Mule
Mule kind of things, yeah.
but I
Little
mean they're
metal-
like metal cups.
Yes.
And you could have them totally engraved Pin Labs or whatever on there.
Oh yeah.
Oh, dude.
That's because nobody's from New Orleans from there. So that's
Yeah,
that's
but
where they
Moscow
missed out.
okay, I guess this is the way you call it. Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. They did miss out.
They did. They missing out.
I think
Missing
they're
out.
missing out. They're missing out. So now we get to the Pym Test Kitchen,
Oh, let's get there.
the place that has the $100 sandwich.
Ooh, are we starting with the $100?
Let's go ahead and start with that because I did tease it long enough. And so basically,
You tease.
it serves 6 to 8 guests.
Oh, that was a little bit of falseness there. No way
Yes.
you advertise that.
I mean, it serves 6 to 8 guests, but doesn't mean that you have to give it to 6 to 8 guests. I mean, if you're a guy that likes to eat, you might as well just eat the whole dang thing yourself.
Can you do like the Pym sandwich challenge that if you
It
if you
should
finish
be.
it, you get like a free T-shirt?
At least.
Shirt's too small for you to put on.
Yeah, a free glove you could take to the Spider-Man ride.
That's good.
I don't know.
Synergy.
Synergy. Yeah, no, exactly.
Why not?
So anyway, so if you give this to 6 to 8 people, if we took a group and we decided to split this, we all would have to like this sandwich, right? And they call it, the official title is a quantum size Pym mini sandwich. Pym
Oh,
mini
so
sandwich.
now they don't mind the puns. Mine was better.
Yes.
Pym cup. Pym
Cup.
Pym-ini?
Pym ini.
That's really
Like
forcing
Pimini.
the panini.
Panini, Pym ini
Pym
sandwich.
ini.
Okay.
So in this panini sandwich, panini says, I'm saying panini now. In this panini sandwich is salami, rosemary ham, provolone, and sun-dried tomato spread on toasted focaccia, served with marinara dipping sauce and arugula salad.
Well, that sandwich that sounds good. That's like an Italian sub kind of.
That's nice, yeah, it does sound good.
I'm good with that. Yeah, I would eat that.
It probably feed 2 of us.
Yes.
Or we 3 of us probably could feed
I
on
bet
this.
you. Yeah, I would like to see the side. Do they have pictures of this?
No, I was looking for pictures of this. I was hoping to find some, but I have yet to see some. And I'm just looking through some of the websites to pull it up in here. I'm seeing everything else like the pretzel and some of the drinks, but they're not exactly labeled. So I don't
No worries.
know.
Move on.
But maybe one day we'll get some pictures from one of our listeners, and we'll be able to get that idea.
Sure.
Yeah, because I was wondering if they play with your mind, like like some drinks are like just in real small cups, or if the sandwich is like just really like a huge po' boy almost kind of thing, or something like that.
I mean, maybe it's not like Louisiana sizes or New Orleans sizes. Maybe it's something a little smaller, California sizes.
Oh,
People
California
are a little more
size.
health conscious, and
That's right.
So-
The impossible victory.
maybe 3 of us could feed on that one sandwich. Who knows? But it is $99.99.
Okay.
Somebody has to finish that sandwich. Nobody's walking out there with no
Or
leftover.
you're taking it to go, and you're going to eat it. For
You are
dinner
not throwing away that sandwich.
and breakfast for the next morning.
That is, put it in your purse.
Yes.
That's what I'm talking about.
So if you didn't want that, you could get a regular size one for $14.49, and they just call it the Pimini sandwich.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I would do that.
Basically the same kind of sandwich, just not as quantum size.
Just like $15 as
Yeah.
opposed to the
the $99.99
that- yeah.
sandwich, was insane.
feed a whole family. Right.
Right. So now you have the not so little chicken sandwich, which is basically a fried chicken breast with teriyaki, red chili sauces, and pickled cabbage saw on brioche, served with a crispy potato bites.
Ooh.
And looking at pictures, it looks like a regular little bun with a big ass chicken breast fried. So it's like big ass chicken breast, itty bitty little bun.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It looks like a nipple almost.
It does.
It's like a huge breast of chicken
Almost like a spaceship.
with like a little itty bitty, what looks like to be like a little nipple, like sitting on top of it.
yeah,
Yes.
and on the chicken breast. That is true. I'll never look at that sandwich.
I'm looking at it. Yes.
I mean, it's quite big chicken breast.
Oh, wow.
$14.49. That's not bad.
Yeah,
I would eat
that's-
that.
Y'all can't see this, but Eli's using a lot of tongue on his laptop
He
right
is.
now.
He can taste that. Even though he's full from earlier from dinner, he's tasting that.
Man.
But you know, it looks like the same size as like our chicken fried sandwich.
like a Chick-fil-A sandwich gone awry.
But yeah, got Pym particled and just exploded. It's like giant chicken.
I can't have milk with that though. That's a Sprite drink. I need a big cup of Sprite or something to go with that sandwich.
Is it a beer milk drink?
We can make it do that.
Beer milk.
Guess we
beer?
could put marshmallows and ice cream in it.
The not so little chicken. That's
Not
a
so little
terrible
chicken
name.
sandwich, yeah. No,
I don't like
that.
the name. Like that's not very imaginative.
No, it's and you know what's funny about this when I was going through these little titles, just checking it out, just kind of going a little tangent here. But I feel like remember when we did the show on Galaxy's Edge and they had like really outlandish names that went the other opposite way, and people didn't know what the heck they were.
Oh,
So this almost feels like when they developed this menu, they wanted to kind of find the happy medium.
they went the
sorts.
opposite. They're making sure that just by reading it, you have an idea what you're getting.
Exactly. You don't have to guess. So it's not
I
like
got you.
Ronto roast or something like I don't know. You don't have to guess twice. But this is what they came up with. It looks like because if you look at the salad they offer, it's basically a Caesar salad with colossal crouton. Which reminds me, it's just a Caesar salad covered with a big ass crouton.
Big ass. That's what it worked better. Big ass crouton.
Big ass crouton. Yeah,
I like that better.
It's kind of like a French onion soup where the crouton covers the top of the soup. Maybe it covers the top of the entire salad. I don't know. But then go on, man. You got the PB3 superb sandwich.
Peanut butter cubed.
I don't know what is PB3 any comic book reference or anything. Eli, do you know? I don't know why they named it this. But the description is this: it's a warm PB&J sandwich.
Peanut butter and jelly. Okay.
Yep, it's a warm sandwich. I don't usually have warm PB&Js, but whatever. But it has banana and candied bacon on Pym particle bread, served with micro banana smoothie. Oh, that's interesting. And a crispy. It's like a combo.
So it's like
There's your
banana,
Yeah, I guess that's your cue.
bacon,
cube. You get a sandwich.
and potato bites.
yeah,
right?
a side and a drink.
That should be three.
That's your PB3.
That's your PB3.
Can I tell you what? PB3, great name for a boy band.
Yeah. Better than CB4. That's what I was thinking.
There you go.
Wasn't CP3 a basketball player or something? Like
Yeah,
that?
Chris Paul. Yeah.
Oh, Chris Paul. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So that's their entrees at the Pym Test Kitchen. You can also have some shared things to share, like I guess bar foods. First of all, they have the Quantum Pretzel for $12.99, which is 453.8 grams. Is that a significant number?
Anything that has 400 in it sounds pretty
I don't know, man.
sizable.
I'm not on the metric system. I don't know what the hell they're talking about.
Well,
I mean,
I looked it up just to kind of get a conversion. It's about a pound.
Okay.
So it's a 1 pound pretzel.
0.998694 pounds, Kevin, to be specific.
Oh, thank you very much.
Oh, wow. That was so weird.
I know. I thought Kevin hit a button.
Wow. Hey, Alan.
I do. I press a button and Alan pops in with the
Nice.
calculations. It's kind of nice.
Thanks for the information, Alan. That's awesome.
So close to a pound, but not really a pound.
Do you know what
Wow.
they call a quantum pretzel in Amsterdam? Yeah. They should call it the Royale pretzel.
The Royale. Well, you know what? They have the Atomic Fusion pretzel, which is kind of like a Royale with cheese, but different. And it's a buffalo style loaded with It's buffalo style pretzel loaded with chicken, hot sauce, ranch dressing, blue cheese crumbles, celery, and dill pickled carrots. Ooh. Which is cheaper than a quantum pretzel, oddly enough. How does that strike you? Those pretzels.
It strikes me as a run to the bathroom real quick.
Yeah, you can't. I'm not eating that $100 sandwich and this pretzel the same day.
I'll catch up with y'all at Jungle Cruise.
I gotta make a PB3. Be right back.
Oh man. So those are their shared things. Their only shared things are pretzels. And then if you want some other plant-based foods, you have the Impossible Spoonful, which is basically rigatoni
a
and...
veggie spoonful?
Yeah, and I guess it's a veggie food spoonful. Rigatoni and ditalini pastas, plant-based meat, balls, tomato sauce, dairy-free Parmesan, and micro basil. Basil. Not basil. Basil.
Yeah, basil was Austin Powers.
That's right, yeah.
Plant-based meatballs could be good.
That's right. So... they have that. They have lunch and dinner sides. You can get a arugula salad. You can get a side of marinara sauce for 89 cents. That's probably the cheapest thing you can get.
Oh, man, that's all I'm getting.
That's all I need.
Or you can get for 89 cents a side of cheese beer sauce,
Okay.
side of candied bacon for $3.79, and side slaw for $1.99.
Okay.
You can also get some potato bites or side cuties, mandarins, so like the little oranges and stuff. Speaking of cuties, you also got some kids meals. So if your little ones want to eat there too, they have the PB&J Flavor Lab, which is basically you can assemble your own experiment. You know, all these have experiment numbers. If you look on different websites, it's kind of interesting. Your kids will get a choice of smooth peanut butter, strawberry jelly, and Pym particle bread, which I wonder what Pym particle bread is. Maybe it's like a rye bread. I don't know.
Man, their dishes look more fun to eat than the adult dishes.
It does.
Sounds like multigrain, where they have little pieces
Probably
of like
so,
oats
yeah.
and stuff in there.
And if you have a vegetarian kid, you can get mini pasta Impossible meatballs. You can get that too.
Jeez, a kid knows they're vegan.
I guess so. And of course, with that, they also have red particle mini meals. So you have a subatomic chicken sandwich, so maybe not as big as the big old sandwich you had.
Is the red particle the one that takes you out of the Matrix?
I think so. What is all that? Blue particle, red particle? You know what that is, Eli? Do I have to choose one?
You can choose one. Maybe one makes you bigger, one makes you smaller.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, so the blue one makes you bigger. The blue pill?
Maybe so.
The blue particle, I'm sorry?
I mean,
The
anything.
blue pill keeps you going. I know that.
But if it goes longer than 4 hours,
That's right.
then you got to go to first aid at the front of the park.
Only if it's been over 4 hours.
Over
but
4 hours,
you
yes,
know. But
yes.
time is
If
quantum.
our producer had the blue particle, he wouldn't be on the show right now. He'd still be having fun.
Yeah, wouldn't be talking about no kind of 99-pound pretzel.
Well, you know,
His own
maybe
pretzel.
if that's the case, instead of the subatomic chicken, maybe he's more like the teeny pimini.
Oh.
And he's spent. You know, there you go.
Oh.
No,
but-
no.
Teeny pimini, basically, as you can imagine, it's the pimini sandwich they have, just smaller for the kids. And that's what that is.
Oh.
Man.
Fun size.
Fun size. Yeah, it's a fun size pimini sandwich.
He assembled his own experiment.
That's
like the PB&J Flavor Lab, because he got all the taste.
Oddly enough, those mini meals are both $9.99 each.
Still expensive.
Still expensive yeah, for kids.
Double the price of a Happy Meal.
And the kids' items stuff is only for ages 9 or younger.
Did they get a toy or a web shooter with that?
You don't get no web shoot unless you pay $65.
Already shot web.
It's already shot into plate.
Yes, that's right. You don't even get to shoot it.
Yeah,
It's
web
already there.
residue.
Yes. Yes.
It's what you could have had.
But on the side, like Sally.
Right.
You know, Sally had it on the side.
Oh, man.
You get the web on the side.
If your cheap ass daddy paid for this $65, you'd have had the toy instead of the residue web hanging all over your plant-based meatballs.
Now, of course, with every meal, you got to have dessert. And this last bit here has me intrigued.
Okay.
What? Okay, go
They
for
call
it.
this a celestial-sized candy bar and colon. It's a long-ass title.
Colon?
No, it's celestial-sized candy bar, colon, Choco Smash candy bar.
Choco Smash!
Which basically is a Choco Smash candy bar with dark chocolate, peanuts, caramel, nougat, and chocolate brownie for $7.99. Celestial size. I'm thinking this has to be a big
The
dessert.
celestial
Big-ass
would be
candy
big.
Yeah.
It should be.
It should
Yeah.
be like the Lactus.
Because this is like the
Yes.
only dessert they have. So I figure maybe it's shareable. Doesn't say. I have no idea. I haven't seen pictures of this yet. I'm curious. So if anybody's out there is listening, get that for me because I like candy.
But I'm looking at some of the pictures of the food, with the exception of the tiny little nipple
Chicken sandwich?
Yes, and the huge meatball and the big ass crouton. Like, all the food looks like regular sized. Is it just me? Like, it doesn't seem to be too many.
Like extraordinary, wild, big things.
Yes.
No, other than the chicken sandwich, everything. I guess maybe the
And the
pretzel.
Oh, the pretzel.
It's like
Okay.
a
yeah,
less-
I don't have
a
a
little
picture of
less
the
than a
pretzel.
pound.
Oh, wait, here's the pretzel. My bad. I got it.
Yeah.
All right.
So that could be the only thing, but it is quite interesting. Anyway, as we kind of round this part up, and let me see if I can find this menu again that I was referring to.
Pingo Doce.
Pingo Doce. Yeah.
What is that?
It's a refreshing lemon lime drink with a vanilla kick.
Oh, interesting.
Wait, hold up. Wait. Oh. This distinctly green beverage from Avenger lore. Available exclusively at Avengers Campus.
So Pingo, I think Pingo Dulce is
that's from Pingo and
Incredible
Cash.
Hulk.
No, you got to pay it with cash.
Pingo Stallion.
No, I think the Pingo Doce is like a Latin street gang.
No.
You can't talk about them.
No, it's I think it's it might be a reference to the soda that they
That's it.
Oh, that is it.
I was just looking it up.
Yeah.
that the Hulk, remember the Hulk, he dropped his blood in the thing of soda.
Yeah.
and
The Edward Norton Hulk.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that Hulk.
Not bad. I didn't even need to end it.
I was looking it up.
I was having
going
fun
through it,
telling
I'm
the joke.
like,
I
"What's a
thought
Pingo Doce.
I was having fun telling the joke, and I was like, "Yeah." Then you came up with Dolce and Cash, and it smells like Pingo Perrette in the air, and we came up with that.
Well, what's interesting is we're talking about beverages at the Pym Test Kitchen. Of course, you have your regular beverages like Coca-Cola products or whatnot, milk, cocoa, coffee. One thing that struck out to me is the fact that they have the Proton PB&J Punch. I don't know if it's anything like the PB&J milkshake that they have
What the
over here at
hell
Walt
is
Disney
it with
World.
them and PB&J?
I don't know. But I know it all started with the PB&J milkshake over at Disney's Hollywood Studios.
I mean, as a kid, I hated PB&J. I like peanut butter, but keep that jelly away from my peanut butter.
Really? Never
Yeah.
a fan of
No.
peanut butter, like grape jelly sandwich?
No.
Man.
I do grape jelly, apple jelly, strawberry jelly.
Oh, no.
Apple, not strawberry.
No jellies.
Still eat that
Wow,
much.
really?
No, just like little slimy.
Well, you can't have. Okay, well, you gotta have more peanut butter than jam. I give you that.
What's the difference between jam and jelly?
I don't know, consistency.
You the jam in my jelly roll. You
Hey,
know that?
you
That's
tell.
right.
You tell.
That's love.
There you go. Pingo Dulce, the YouTuber, brother.
And I get shot in the street here to watch.
That's all right. Telling you
You
wearing
don't
that
want to bring
green.
down the wrath of the Pingo Doce.
Don't want to, but I got the Hulk poster at home. I'm good. I wear that green. I rep. Dulce.
Dulce de leche.
That's it.
Yeah, no, I was never a jelly or jam or whatever the hell fan. No.
Yeah, I like peanut butter and jelly. I still eat that for lunch, actually.
Wow.
Funny enough, yeah.
Really?
It's very easy to make in the morning.
It is weird to put that in the bread, to have it swirled in the bread like that one picture had.
Yeah, that is kind of
That's
strange.
a little weird.
But the fact that it's in a punch kind of throws me, but I'd be willing to try it. I mean, I can understand if it's in like the milkshake like they do at Walt Disney World, but it's a punch, And again, it's more with the Minute Maid lemonade with peanut butter and strawberry flavors, PB infused whipped cream, and peanut butter pretzel spheres. So again, more with the orbs and the particles. So it's like a lot of their drinks have particles and balls and stuff all up in there.
Pearls.
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 Yeah,
Yeah.
who don't want to drink a
pearls.
good pearl?
The
beer?
balls in the Avatar land. The pearls.
Yeah, pearls over here. That's pearls of wisdom.
Pearls of wisdom.
when you
Pearls.
cross coast, you go from balls to pearls.
Or balls to pearls.
Oh, they can't use pearls on the East Coast through the Universal, right?
Oh,
Is that what it
that's
is?
true. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, that's why
Balls
they have
on
to switch
pearls.
it.
I hope that when they actually open this, I hope
Which is
that,
soon.
Yeah, so and hopefully somebody who's already there, because we can't see it until they open things up. I hope they have something that makes it look laboratory enough that, like, when they're making your drink, there's tubes and stuff kind of coming in, and you know what I mean. So it looks more of an experience than, all right, let me go hit. And
Well,
there's
it's
your
interesting.
experiment.
One of these pictures that I have on these websites from the Disney food blog, they show a picture of like, I guess, a soda or condiment station. Because basically it looks like, I guess you're supposed to be shrunk down to the size of a little Ant-Man. And the soda drinks are basically look like in the ceilings, like little cans that are upside down. And there's little tubes that go to a fountain that dispense your drinks.
Yeah, like these oversized cans of like Coke with a little tube leading into it into the fountain drinks.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's meant to be that you're shrunk down. I think it's meant to be that everything here has been either shrunk up or shrunk down for your convenience.
Right, yes. For your pleasure.
And then there's something in there where they do say you'll be able to watch a conveyor belt where food is being expanded or shrunk down.
Yeah, because that's the thing is here, I give Galaxy's Edge one thing. When we went, Rotten Roasters not so much, because that was just kind of weird. It looked like being in it, like I said before, like a kidder play set. But there was, where did we eat? The other place.
The docking bay.
Yeah, that
Docking bay,
kind of
yeah.
felt more...
Star Warsy?
Yeah, thank you, Star Warsy. That's a good way to put it. So I hope with this they make it a little more, marvelly, yes. I mean, because, Hank Pym just pretty much has a laboratory. Like, even in the comics, there's nothing really extraordinary. It's just a laboratory. So hopefully they kind of keep that ambiance going in this area.
Well, it is kind of a bit of a bummer, right? That we don't have a signature, that our best restaurant sounds like a counter service at best.
Yeah.
I mean, and not even a counter service that you would actually have ever chosen. Like, it's not like you're like, I don't know, like, I'm trying to think of like a iconic location. Like if you were eating on Asgard in the banquet hall with, what you call it, and there's all these trophies, and you pass by Odin's trophy room, and there's all these different things decorating it, and it's like, oh my God, I'm having this experience where I'm dining in Asgard. Now, in the window, you can see Thor occasionally fighting somebody, or maybe you're eating like on the Quinjet or something like that. As you're puttering along, then something happens and the Avengers have to go deal with it, or something like that, like a signature dining experience. You think they would have kind of learned something from Star Wars, Galaxy's Edge. I mean, where really, all you guys is one little cantina that people are like, well, this is nice, but this isn't exactly what we were hoping to get.
Right, because it's not what the concept art represents. And I always say that now. Like, I always love the concept art, but now I'm scared because
it never works out.
It never works out because, and I think this is a lot more simplistic than having to recreate a space carrier. There's not that. You don't have to put in robots and put people in alien costumes. So by that nature, this should be an easier thing to achieve, but yet still make sure the person is immersed in the Marvel Disney magic, Yeah,
I'm just curious to know what the significance of the number 453.8 is.
What's 453.8?
Well, that's how much the Wetzel? The pretzel weighs. The quantum pretzel weighs.
Are you thinking of Wetzel's pretzels?
Wetzel's pretzels, yeah. No,
yes.
Yeah, that's how much the quantum pretzel is 453.8 grams. I wonder if that's a Marvel significance of sorts.
I'm gonna say I'd have to like look at it like in game or something because
I just tried Googling it. I have no idea.
Okay, you skipped breakfast.
Yeah, I had that pulled up actually.
Oh, you're going to breakfast? Yeah.
We don't never make breakfast except once.
Well, one day maybe you might breakfast, but if you did, you could go to the Pym Test Kitchen and have breakfast there. This is what they have. It looks like there's going to be 4 items. First of all, you got the spoonful of cereal. So I'm assuming it's like a big old spoon. Of cereal? Keeps the breakfast go down.
And you need all the bread.
And you thwip through Spider-Man.
What?
And you're in the bathroom 10 minutes later. You are
producing a spoonful of sugar.
Ooh, while your
I couldn't say the other word.
And Kevin's like, just leave me here and you guys have fun.
And Eli will work through his cigarette madness.
And got to tear the place up.
That's right. Pym.
Yeah.
Pym particles.
All right, go ahead.
So you got the spoonful of cereal, and you have, this is funny, the ever-expanding Cinepim toast.
That is you in the bathroom.
That is me in the bathroom.
Is that like the everlasting gobstopper?
I think so.
What?
Basically, well...
You ever see Willy Wonka with the everlasting gobstopper?
Yeah, that's the thing that they didn't want to give away to the dude.
Right.
Oh, no.
Yeah, everlasting gobstopper. But this is the ever-expanding Cinepim toast.
That's when your girl ate the thing and she exploded?
Oh, that's different. That's the blueberry, the meal.
Do we get Cinepim Toast Crunch?
Cinepim Toast Crunch.
That's what it should be.
Yeah, for the spoonful of cereal, instead of bran flakes and raisin, why can't we have Cinepim Toast Crunch?
I don't know.
Cinepim.
But this is what the Cinepim toast thing is. It's basically baked Pym particle bread with egg custard with cinnamon sugar topping of fried egg, smoked bacon, maple syrup. I can't believe there's no avocado with this.
Why could they call this a wasp full of cereal? That would have been good.
Yeah, what about wasp? What about was there Jane? Jane. What's the name? Van Dyne. Yeah.
Thank you.
A little Van Dyne action here.
Why couldn't you do like atomic avocado toast or something like that? I can come up with these lazy ass names in my sleep. Come on.
I think that's what they did.
Do you?
Somebody slept on it and they said, "Here's the names."
No, somebody looked at their kids' biology homework and was like, "What's a good word there? Amphibious toast. There it is. Man, we make another one. What else we got?"
Maybe they came up with this during COVID, and then it was just like, you know what, screw it. Let's let the janitor.
Let the janitor do it.
Yeah, janitor, can you just when you go home in your spare time, why don't you
solve these problems?
Yeah,
right.
You've picked up COVID before. You probably know some stuff in here. We've seen. Go ahead.
Well, you might be right because one of the main things that they have is the calculated breakfast equals E times 2 plus in parentheses B plus P/T.
Was it Goodwill Hunning's breakfast?
That is terrible.
I have no idea.
It's a beautiful breakfast. That's what it is.
E what?
It's
E equals what?
calculated breakfast equals E times 2
Two
plus,
plus-
in parentheses, B plus P.
E times 2, that means 2 eggs?
Yeah, that's what
It's
I'm guessing.
it's eggs 2 A's.
Plus-
Then you have B plus P. What do you think that is?
Bacon plus
and
pancakes.
potato bites, yeah.
Oh, potato bites?
Okay.
Slash T.
Divided by toast.
Divided by toast.
Oh, I was gonna say
It's
two minutes.
focaccia
Toast.
toast.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I would have gone bacon and pancakes.
That would have been a very hearty breakfast.
That's a real calculated breakfast. Who the hell thinks of potato? What you call? What you say?
They're
they were?
crispy potato bites. is what it
Potato
is in this
bites.
thing.
That's not a breakfast though. That shouldn't go with breakfast.
It could be
I-
anything.
No, I would differ. Hash browns.
Hash brown.
That's a staple of breakfast. You have to have
Yeah.
hash browns. Potato bites. It's kind of like it's mini hash browns.
I'm about to say it looks, but some of the pictures it looks like tater tot.
Then tater tots, right?
yes.
But you got to change that. You got to change that whole equation. That equation be E times 2 plus parentheses S plus P parentheses. So sausage and potatoes go together. Not bacon potato. I don't think so.
Well, not bacon potatoes. It's bacon and then crispy potato bites.
Well, yeah, potato bites. But I'm just saying, I would rather sausage and potatoes for the breakfast.
But no mushrooms.
I want bacon and sausage. Yeah,
I want all the meats.
Yeah, with the toast, that's fine. I mean,
I'll take a breakfast pork chop too.
Ooh, boy. Well, we could calculate some breakfast here.
Yeah, that's a calculated breakfast.
That's right. We
And
are
not impossible.
No, definitely not impossible.
We are adding physics to this breakfast with some
It is
algebra.
Kim possible.
What
That's
else
right.
we got?
That's pretty much it. That's what we got. You know, we went through the snacks and stuff and the sips and the drinks, but that's basically the bulk of what you're going to experience.
Oh wait, no, you missed one.
What the
Nano Experiment 101.
Nano Experiment.
Experiment 101, which is softly arranged eggs and turkey bacon with turkey bacon. That's not. I hate turkey bacon. Softly arranged eggs. What's a softly arranged eggs? It's like side up.
They
or-
talk to the
that?
they talk to them like, you okay? Just go over here.
Coddle them and corral them.
Just
and
you
say,
okay?
hey, just
And the
get
egg's
over
like,
here.
wait.
It's like eggs with feng shui.
Come to this plate.
Right.
Then you just move it with the spoon.
It's eggs spark joy.
The egg's like, why you push me? Like, easy, egg, easy.
Turkeys have no business trying to pretend to be bacon. I hate that.
That's because those cows from Chick-fil-A are like, eat more turkey.
Oh my god.
That's what it is.
I'm sick of them taking good food and turning it into turkey.
Right.
The cows are like, that's fine. I don't care. Whatever. Just do it.
Right. Turkey's like, we didn't land on bacon. Bacon landed on us.
Yeah, and
We didn't know.
they're fist bumping the pig. It's like,
Yeah.
we got your back.
Pig's like, I'm going to this dirt, man. Nobody needs
right.
me anymore.
Eat more bacon.
I prefer Experiment 626.
Yes.
What?
Yes, that is the nano eggs is the kids option for breakfast.
Okay.
So that goes into the kids menu. Yeah.
Okay.
Now we've covered everything that you can expect once this thing opens in the very near future, which I believe is sometime in the beginning of June, if I remember correctly, maybe. And hopefully we'll be getting some reports from our California weekends as far as how this stuff tastes, because I'm curious.
I will do the standard deviation towards the lunch.
Is that an item that they're
Yeah, I was
didn't know
going to say
about?
standard deviation. Where's that?
No, I just that's an actual scientific word. I did that for the joke. That ain't that.
Okay.
That
Oh, I
should
thought
have
that was
been
an
in
actual
the breakfast.
meal. Yeah.
Can I
That
tell you,
should've-
that's
that-
better than what I've read thus far.
I know. Yes. I'm not too worried about the breakfast. I mean, they have a sausage that says impossible breakfast sausage for the impossible quantum garden breakfast. So I can't touch that.
Mission Impossible.
Impossible Quantum Garden Breakfast. That's a mouthful.
A plant-based folded omelet right there. I'm out.
How many people are going to order that calculated breakfast? Like, hey, I want the E times 2 plus B plus P's divided by T.
But I can have the B plus the P, but minus the T, can I add an S? And can I buy a vowel?
Yes.
I want an E times
Yeah.
1 instead of 2 A's.
And I need a OJ plus 3.
Can I have my Cinepim toast not expanded?
Yes. I'd appreciate that. I needed to shrink.
I'm expanded myself.
Can I have my eggs hard arranged, please? I would really like that.
You want hard arranged eggs?
I mean, just, be like, hey, get over there, egg. Whip them up.
They're like eggs from the streets.
Eggs like, come on, eat me then. I ain't scared. I ain't softly arranged.
That's some hard eggs.
That's a hard-ass egg right there. You eat that egg with pride. You're like, let's go on that ride.
I've heard of hard-boiled eggs. I've never heard of softly arranged eggs.
I don't know. Is that like a free, when they say the chickens are free roaming free range chicken.
Oh, they're softly arranged
Is
chickens?
that what it is? Yeah, they nicely bring them into the cage before they kill them.
So it's kind of like Wagyu beef, where they massage the cows, and so it's the most tender meat. Maybe these are like massaged chickens. Maybe softly arranged.
The chickens are taking the senses.
It sounds like that song. Softly arranging your chickens. Singing your life.
One time. Or E times two.
That's right.
Moving the eggs oh so softly. Moving them softly. For breakfast. Arranging them kindly. To eat them. Softly arranging eggs. Calculated.
Consensually arranging. Softly, consensually arranging your eggs.
One time.
Oh, shit.
Oh, man. So, yeah, there you go. There is your meal to expect.
Wow.
There's your food offerings at Avengers Campus coming very soon to Disneyland Resort. How about that?
To a table near you.
To a table near you, man. Sounds delicious. I'm curious to see how all this goes down. So make sure you get in touch with us. Let us know how these things taste, because we'll definitely taste some of this stuff. Definitely we go out there whenever that is. But get in touch with us. Share us your opinions about this stuff. We're about to tell you how to do that in just a little bit. Well, guys, we hope you enjoyed those conversations. If you want to learn more about us, magicourway.com is the way to go. There you'll find our social media links, past episodes, and more. Also, if you want to share your experiences with us and tell us about all that Avengers Campus food, you can do so through the following ways. Shoot us an email at show@magicourway.com, or you can call or send us a text message. Yes, I did say text us at 1-815-MOWEEKEN. That's 1-815-MOWEEKEN 669-4226. And of course, we have a couple of guys that do things outside of the podcast. First of all, we got Lee, does things with travel agents. So if you want to travel out to Disneyland whenever you get a chance, you could book it through Lee.
Oh, wait, we're not doing Lee today.
We're not doing Lee.
Well, you can look, guys, if you want to book with Lee, what's his information?
It's Lee at magicourway.com, or you can give him a call, and I don't know the number because he never gives the right number.
Yeah, me either. That's what I'm saying. I don't have any numbers to give. So I told Susie Q, the queen of the Mohican Nation,
Yes. Oh, you
did?
that we give her a shout out on today's show.
Oh, okay.
If for nothing else than to keep Lee honest, because let's face it.
She's a musician, so I have no problem with that.
Exactly. I was in Disney World. I knew how to call
Sings
in.
great, yeah.
Yes.
I made time for the show. Come on.
Maybe he's softly arranging his shoes.
Yes.
Ooh, softly arranging
His tennis shoes.
What?
Now, look, we prefer you to book with Lee when Lee's available and answering the telephone, because we get a percentage of Lee's bookings. However, should Lee not answer that phone and you need
Travel agency services right now,
who are available 24/7, reach out to Susan Reed at Kingdom Destinations, and you can find her on social media at Read on Disney. I think that's it. Yeah, Read on Disney. ReidOnDisney.
Anyway.
There you go. Perfect. Yeah. I follow her on Instagram. I follow her on Facebook. Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep up with all of her stuff.
She's on it.
There you go, Susie. You just got plugged.
Bam. But no, Susie Vika.
Oh, no, she's okay with that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, of course, we have Eli right over here. He does things with comics.
Yes.
Hey, Rob Liefeld here. Deadpool, Cable, X-Force, Domino, Marvel Comics, Image Comics, all of it. You guys, what is up? Eli Ivory. What a great name. Eli Ivory, comic guru. I'm here to talk about you. I am here to say, check out ivorycomics.com. That's right, you. Check out ivorycomics.com. ivorycomics.com. If you're not doing that, you're missing out. You're missing out. The Savages comic cannot be beat, cannot be surpassed. You need to check it out, experience it for yourself, and you know the story. It's all about the glory. Congrats to you and all the magic that you're making with your Ivory Comics. Eli Ivory, comic book guru. Check out ivorycomics.com, comic book guru, Eli Ivory, the whole package. Deadpool said to. Do it. ivorycomics.com right now. Liefeld out.
Well, you know, it's interesting. It says Ivory Comics cannot be beat, but they can be softly arranged. That's what I heard, right?
Ever so soft.
Ever so soft.
Very,
Yes,
very.
yes.
We make hard comics, but we can't be softly arranged.
Okay, that's
will
what
work
I
with you.
figured. Yeah. That's good loving.
We do. We love
Mick
all
loving.
of it. We love it.
That's
we love
right.
it.
McDreamy.
We dream big.
That's right.
We dream big over here.
You dream colossally or quantumly or whatever words they used.
All the particles that
Impossibly.
it takes. Oh, I did it.
Impossible dream.
The stories are impossible.
So it's not a real dream. It's like almost like a dream.
It is a dream until you make it reality. Then it's just something completely different. Now it's nothing but a huge piece of chicken in between a small bun. That take that for what it will.
Or a nipple.
Or a nipple.
Is that what usually you experience?
Putting chicken on a nipple?
Oh no, I'm talking about your huge piece of chicken between a small bun.
Well, only on a good
Yeah.
day.
If I lucked out, I had to pay $65.
$65.
Oh my goodness, 3 web spots.
All right, Eli, scare away those bots, man.
Yeah, but so as always, thanks Rob, thanks Kevin. I will softly arrange this back to where it is always a link.
Softly arrange his back.
Yeah, softly arrange us back.
Oh, okay, good.
I know you was getting excited there for a second.
I'm softly arranging back. Go, Eli, go. I'm softly arranging back. Eli,
Pico Deuce. So there's always a link to this podcast. You never miss an episode. All this madness, you can't get enough of it. So you read a comic book, follow the podcast. Do it both. You can find me on Facebook, Eli H. Ivory, as long as you're a real person. Hey, nice to meet you. Let's go have quite a breakfast times 2. But if you're a bot, Pago Deucing yourself out the door.
You get a McMuffin.
Yeah, you get half a McMuffin. You get quantum McMuffin.
And what if you're a spider bot?
Ooh. And I got to pay $65 for you too? You're not even worth shawarma at that point.
You're worth multiple shawarma.
Yeah. You got to chase the hobgoblin down. You can find the Project Geisha Facebook page, facebook.com/Project Geisha. That's definitely worth the big chicken sandwich right there. Good stuff there. Instagram, I'm there, EIV504. And of course on Twitter, I'm there at Hancock10166. So if you appreciate the madness, then you just bringing me the gladness, and that's better than Proton, PB&J Punch. Thank you very much.
Cubed. And look, guys, there are so many ways to support the show as a whole, and you can find them all on our website, magicourway.com. Any way in which you can support this show is deeply appreciated. We also want to take a second and thank you for being a loyal listener, and we always love hearing from our listeners.
Yeah, write in more.
Yes, and we want to hear from you guys.
Yeah.
Show at magicourway.com.
Because it's one less thing for us to go find.
Exactly.
Yes. Make it easier on us.
And look, if it makes you feel any better, all opinions are softly gathered or coddled or arranged
as you will
on the Magic Our Way podcast. So make sure you get in touch with us today. So weekends, ladies and gentlemen, we say Kwaharini. My name is Kevin.
And I'm Danny.
Magic out.
I have every intention of eating those bananas for breakfast, but I still somehow end up with tacos.
Cinnamon Pym Toast Crunch.
Or softly coddled Lee shoes.
Yes. Properly arranged. Window Hasavika.
With his song.
Singing his song. Softly arranging.
Softly arranging the shoes. All up in his baggage right now.
Yeah.
In addition to my 12 pairs of shoes, I also pack Mad Hatter Radio
Yes.
in my suitcase.